Oh, we are live, ladies. Ladies,
Whoop, whoop, we're
we
live.
are live.
I gotta go silent.
We're live, and
So
we
finish
have
your
to.
text.
We have to retweet. So give us a minute to figure out how.
All right,
to
I'll
do
do this. It is a live edition of the next round cocktails, and let's talk about these cocktails. We got
Let's talk about it.
These is a line of crowd-pleasing cocktails made with real fruit juice and premium wines, and stylishly packaged in conveniently formats to simplify the pour. You gotta love a simplified pour.
Gotta love
Premium
it.
quality cocktails using natural ingredients that are ready to drink. Cocktails taste like they were freshly made at home with none of the fuss in a convenient format. Simply pour over ice and enjoy. Or for this fact, we're using the unshackled Pinot Noir.
I can see myself.
You can?
It's like television. Can you see me in there?
I can.
Sweet.
Like
That is awesome. Let's just all
you
watch
can
it
see
together.
yourself.
Wow.
Well,
Peanut
I'm
noir?
joined
Peanut noir.
Peanut Noir. That we're with Brittany and Kelly.
Hi.
Brittany Wagner.
Hi.
Kelly, I'm Rockstar, and I am the bartender tonight, the guy that doesn't drink. So,
So this will be good.
yeah, so I got y'all some Michelob Ultra Cups
We
for
got
your
some
wine.
Michelob Ultra Cups.
Yeah.
For our Pinot Noir. That is tasty. And
Also-
I love this label actually here.
It is Unshackled, fastest growing luxury brand, produced by the Prisoner Wine Company. Pinot Noir is the newest addition to the Unshackled line. This is a new addition.
I like it.
You get it at Piggly Wiggly and most bottle shops. Go to the Pig. What do you guys want to talk about today?
People up north don't have the pig, I don't think.
No, they don't.
Well,
But
if you're
okay.
up north, go to
Go somewhere else.
Publix.
They don't have that either.
Trying to figure out how to do this.
They still have Food Lion,
Oh no.
Del Shamps.
Kroger.
Del Shamps, Food World, all the greatest ones. You remember Del Shamps used to introduce they had a computer screen on their carts. This is probably in 92, 93.
They were high tech.
It was a touch screen, but it was a huge, massive computer screen. And you would type in, I want to know where lettuce is. And you'd wait and it'd load. This is not a joke.
Lettuce.
And it would say produce. And you go, okay. And you take your cart to produce.
What happened to that?
It didn't really take off. They also had a video store that you could get one movie for one night, and you had to bring it back. And they had one copy of each movie. So if you want to watch Cliffhanger, also 1993 with Sylvester Stallone, you could have it for one night, one copy, one night.
One copy, one night.
When I worked in Missouri, I drive past this, like, it was a gas station tanning video, one of those that had like the never ending what they had. And the temperature outside was the price of the movie. And it was in the middle of winter. I had no friends. All I did was work. And so every night I'd go home. I watched more random movies because it was like 17 cents, 30. I'm like, this is my budget.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
So yeah, I'm back when.
But where was this again?
This was in Missouri. This was in Kirksville,
This is
Missouri.
cold.
I
I have that shirt, and I love
I do
those
too.
earrings. And you just dropped your glass.
Well, I hope I don't need to read these.
Here, let me get those for you.
I don't. We're good. We don't need to read.
No, it's a good shirt. Thank you
here,
to the fine
guys.
folks at Fabric in Homewood for helping me put together an outfit.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Do you guys?
Who put together your outfit?
Who put together your outfit?
The next round did, and I just got these breeches off the floor. They're just black breeches
Okay.
and some I don't know what shoe lugs, black slip-ons.
Do you own that, or do y'all just put them on when you come in?
Oh, we all share. There's a basket of just used clothing, and we just put it on whatever fits.
Just like the lost
this
and
one's
found.
this one's got a little bit of a
That's what
musk.
I'm getting.
This one's got a little bit of a
And then
musk to
head
it.
lice went rampant.
Yeah.
The whole.
No, we're not just
they don't have
lices.
hair.
That's true.
My son has my same haircut.
I was gonna say, would Lance be the only one that would have any threat of
Yeah.
head lice?
Well, Brown.
Taylor. Brown.
He's got a little, but he's got that high and tight Maverick
He's got
cut
some
going
hair.
right
He just
now.
looks
Well, so
like
does
Tom
Lance.
Cruise.
Lance is a little higher and tighter.
Mm.
You guys, I got some
Are
questions.
people on
Good job.
yet, or are
Good
we
job,
zero?
Dr. B.
Are we
Oh,
zero viewers?
we got some.
We got a few.
So
All
then
right.
J-Mo says them ladies texting away.
We were
They weren't
trying
texting,
to
they're
post.
retweeting.
We were trying
Retweeting.
to post
Didn't know
that
how
we
to
were
do it on
going live,
Facebook.
and it takes us a minute.
Yeah, because we are live.
live.
We've got good evening, guys.
Oh,
I got
okay.
some questions
Good
for you
evening.
guys. You
Okay.
want to hear questions
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
or you want to
questions.
talk about how your weekend
Well,
was?
I want to. I mean, I made a phone call this afternoon, and as soon as the one picked up, I heard a screaming baby, and I said, "I'm sorry, I'll call you back," and like hung up. How's Cord doing?
Can I tell you-
Speaking of screaming baby, because
he's had his first night out. We went to Troy this weekend to see the in-laws, and he had his first spend the night out Saturday night. Technically tried to sleep in a pack and play. Didn't happen for his first night. Got to sleep with mom for about 5 of those hours.
okay,
He's doing well. He
How old
is
is he now?
6 months old. I have
This
a
is when they get
6 month
fun.
old.
This is when they get fun.
He is. He's laughing.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a personality. He's got a little congestion because the wife got sick, then I got
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
Now he's got a little bit of a congestion.
He'll have that for what, the next 3-4 years?
and I can't.
Just that constant area of green.
Yeah,
It's
got
just-
that
Ew.
snot coming down. He's always fun in the bathtub. Absolutely loves the bathtub. Because I remember when I was little, I'm not that little. I hated
You
the
weren't
bathtub
sometimes?
so bad that when my parents would say, like, when I was able to bathe myself, to
Mhm.
go get in the bath, I would waste enough time to just run the water, and I would just sit on the commode, and then
Not take a bath.
yeah, that's about enough. I think, and then come out and why is your hair not wet? Well, I already dried it. I was like 16.
I had a friend.
No, it wasn't Brittany.
No, I had a
This is
friend
probably
said he
like
was
5 or
Febrezing
6 years
himself at night
Yesterday.
because he didn't want to take a shower, so he'd take Febreze in the bathroom and Febreze himself, and then
I don't
don't-
understand why people don't like.
I don't know what I
shower
understand. Well, I
straps.
remember going to camp in 5th grade, and I never wanted to be. I can't do the locker room
shower
thing.
shoes.
I cannot do the locker. No, just being naked in front of other people. I can't do it. Couldn't do it because we had to go to a place in 5th grade where they had 3 shower stalls that were all interconnected. And I remember we were there
Camp
for
McDonald's.
we were there for 5 days. I did not take a shower for 5 days. Like, I'm not doing it. And we had all these like wrestling things, so
Did
we
you
were
poop?
dirty. No,
I was gonna say you didn't shower.
I didn't do my first.
5 days.
I didn't do my first home away game. I would get checked out of school for that.
Apparently, I'm abnormal.
Yeah.
This is weird. My mom did inform me this weekend. We had a soccer tournament out of town. My mom went with us, and my mom did inform me that old people don't have to take showers every day.
Oh,
That's what she said.
I, don't wash
I was
my
like,
hair every
Mom,
day, but I take.
Have
at
you
least one
showered? Like,
shower
are
a
you
day.
showering? And she was like, "Oh, no, I don't do that every day anymore. Old people don't have to do that every
they
day."
got those little tubs that are like submarines that are like airtight that they could walk in and walk out
Those do
of.
look pretty good.
I'm
But-
like, I don't know who told
But
you
my
that.
kids
but
are
I
like,
think
you
they
don't wash your
lied."
hair every day. I'm like, I don't get as disgusting as y'all do every day, so
No,
I
yeah.
don't wash it. I'm
I've
like,
never
and it
washed
gets
my hair
dry.
every
And anyway,
So I was singing with a girl, and we played a show. And this is one of the
what were you singing?
we were doing a Fleetwood Mac show.
Just a singing.
You can go your own way.
You can go your
Oh,
own
it's
way.
singing.
She was talking about how her dress smelled after the show because we were in the heat in Tennessee. It was really, really hot. And she was, my dress smells so bad. And I was asking, it's like, can you think of a comparison to let me know without me smelling it, what it smells like? And she said, this is going to be really weird, but imagine a 5th grade boy that's been out in the lawn all day playing football with his friends, and
Yep.
you just bending down and smelling
got
his
it.
hair,
I've got
smelling
it.
his hair. He's like, that's what it smells like. And I
I
was
live
like,
with that. Yeah.
that is a distinct smell because they don't know about deodorant yet. Like, you
Mom,
don't
I
really-
smell like tacos.
yeah, you don't
Like,
really
yes,
care. You
do.
just smell like outside and the heat and humidity. That's what her dress smells like. It's good. That's a good description of what you. And
Then
yes,
go-
you guys
oh,
can,
oh,
JMOs,
you
you can
need-
ask questions.
Girl, you need to wash that dress. Let's
Oh,
go.
Well, but I get it. Like some of
Mm.
those costumes and okay, yeah.
So, but that's. But my son is great. Cord is great.
Good.
6 months old.
Awesome.
Got 2 teeth up here,
Two furs.
and he's 2 over the top are coming in. So
Mhm.
he is in a great mood in the car ride to Troy, which was really
It's
fun.
okay. Don't just power through because you got to get used to it.
Well, you're the queen.
Nah.
Yes, you are. I cannot imagine having 3. I can't imagine at the same time. I can't.
It's
So
loud.
you're a goddess.
Thank you, Blakely. Look at that.
Look at this.
An
I love
autumnal
this.
display that they've given us.
This,
This is like the best one yet.
It's beautiful because it really is autumn. It's got.
I know.
well, guys, did you know at Blakelee's Bouquet, they craft both traditional and contemporary bouquets with plenty of room for customization and uniqueness. This goes for every arrangement that they sell, from our anniversary arrangements to baby gifts to birthday flowers and all other options. On top of everyday arrangements that we offer same-day flower delivery in Birmingham and beyond, we also do large event work for weddings and funerals as well. So if you are looking for wedding flowers or simply funeral flowers in Birmingham, then Blakelee's Bouquets is really your best choice. Blakelee'sBouquets.com. This is a cornucopia of flowers.
I love
I
this.
could, there's a
Everyone should get this
sunflower.
for Thanksgiving, for like
That
their
nice
centerpiece.
Yeah, for a
their
centerpiece.
Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, I
Take
was gonna.
that.
I
If
was.
You can't take
You were
food?
gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna
You were
totally.
gonna order that.
No, I was gonna totally suggest that everybody
Yeah.
do that. Go to
Yeah.
Blakelee'sBouquets.com.
If you can't cook, don't worry about it. Just show up with
Show up with
this,
that.
and that will be. Have we addressed?
You
our,
guys are
We're
doing
not
Unshackled
addressing.
Truth.
Oh, Pinot Noir.
Well, I know,
Unshackled.
but like in our Michelob.
Yeah,
Ultra.
we're-
Yes,
yeah, we're
that's the way
good.
you're supposed
We're
to do
just-
it.
This shit's going
Classing it
downhill,
up.
and it has
No.
nothing to do with
Classing
you.
it
No
up.
presents. Just
I
brings it
wanted.
back up.
I said when I had them in today, we want classy,
We forgot.
and that's what we found. Is this as classy as I could
Us.
find. Yeah. So can I give you a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is from Jeremy in Montgomery.
Okay.
I've been dating this girl for about 5 months, and we usually hang out 2 to 3 times per week, dinner, bars, sporting events, and she has never once offered to pay. I have talked to people who say at some point in the relationship, it should be 50-50 when it comes to paying. What are your thoughts? I have a story once you get there.
How long had they been dating?
5 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by that point.
She should have picked up the bill at some point.
Yeah,
Not every time.
No, but after about
But-
5 or 6 dates,
yeah.
when it becomes like, this is something we're doing, like we're.
I mean,
seeing
if
each
they're
other.
hanging out 2 to 3 times a week for 5 months, he's
That's
shelling
expensive.
out some cash, man.
So my story is I was dating a girl. We were dating probably 6 months at the time. And she had mentioned we went to an Asian restaurant and she had mentioned that she would pay. And I never say that, made it like, hey, you need to pay sometimes.
Yeah.
And so she said she would pay. And we get the check and she's not looking for a wallet.
Oh,
And then I kind of like,
it's the alligator arms. thing?
cool. I kind of like, well, remember, I wouldn't have said anything, but you brought it up. I was like, were you still going to pay? And I was like, oh, yeah. So she pulls out her wallet,
Well handled.
pulls out the cash and starts going,
No way. No.
Wait.
I don't have enough.
no. Okay, I think I should have enough for the rest of the week. Yeah, I think I should have enough the rest of the week. And I go, no. You're not. And then she's like, no. I didn't mean it like that. I was like, no, you're not putting that on my plate. I will pay. She's like, no. I was just trying to think out loud that I got to do this and this and this. And I was just trying to think, but I should have enough for the rest
She's
of the
trying to manipulate
Yeah, so,
you.
Thank you.
Was that your last date with her, I hope?
No, we've had some, I can do some stories if y'all want to hear. if
But
y'all
no,
have
okay, I
time
will say
for
in a
that.
scenario where maybe if you are going to school and you're working and finances are tight and you understand that going into the relationship, like this girl is busting her butt to make sure that she's got her rent, everything covered, and she doesn't have a lot of extra money. Maybe at McDonald's you offer to pay once or twice, but not like if y'all are going out to a nice restaurant or something. Or
Yeah.
even
but I
movie
mean,
tickets are expensive. Like
Yeah.
y'all go to the movies.
Well, I did have a love
If they're going to dinner 2 to 3 times in sports bars or whatever he said, 2 to 3 times a week, that's
You tell her to get off her
a
wallet.
lot of money. Like, have a conversation.
Well, see, another girlfriend I had, she brought it up. She said we ate out almost every night of the week. So she was like, let's do every other time.
Yeah.
And then, so
That's
that was pretty much coming from the same pot too, because I think we had the same account pretty much.
Oh.
She was making way more money than me.
Oh,
Well,
but-
then you were
then
coming
she
out
should
on
know.
the good
Yeah.
end of the stick on that one.
But this was the one I just told you about was the previous one. That's the last girlfriend I had before the
I'm
wife.
glad you
And it
dumped
was,
her.
she dumped me actually, which was,
The story's getting worse.
I can't get into too much detail.
Get
Yeah.
comfortable here because we
I got it.
love to
Hey,
hear
this used to happen to me though. My ex-boyfriend, sometimes we would get to a place and he would, and the check would come and then he'd be like, oh, I forgot my wallet. Oh, how convenient.
Yeah. Did he ever pay you back?
How convenient
Yeah.
that you forgot your wallet.
I can't.
Wow.
How did you drive here?
How,
You drove me.
Don't
Remember
need
you
a
picked me
Well,
up.
no.
driver's
the
license? I
driver's
always have a
license.
wallet. If I'm
Forgot
gonna
the
get in the
wallet.
car to drive, I usually make sure I have mine.
Okay, J Mo says, let's hear it, ladies. Worst date ever. What happened?
oh gosh, there's so many.
Man, I was gonna say where.
How much
Have you had a
time do I
bad date
Uh,
with somebody, but then reluctantly or accepted a second date from them? Just like I can't judge everything on one date, or it's just that bad. I will never see you again. I'm done. Because of that, even if it was a bad date, I'm still gonna pretty much ask you, we should do this again. Would you be interested in doing this again?
Like you give it, yeah, it's a mulligan.
Yeah.
I'll let
I'm
you
sorry
drive.
that I was on
I'm
my
the
phone the
queen
whole
of
night.
second chances. No pun intended. So,
Yeah.
you have a bad date with me. I am like, oh, we should definitely give
Yes.
you a second chance.
Yeah.
And then I end up dating them for 5
I'm going to
years.
invest in you.
Woo. So don't judge me on my
You know?
money
No,
thing.
I'm not judging because
Yeah.
I am the queen of that. But I have had a few, I had this moment in my life where I did have boundaries and standards and I would cut people
How
off.
long ago was that
It
moment?
was a long time ago.
Moment of boundaries and standards.
But I would be like, okay, yeah, no. Like I had a guy that this was a long time ago that I was like interested in.
Mhm.
And he showed up to pick me up for a date in a truck, like with two, not a cab, like a 2-seater thing.
Like bucket
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah, well, like didn't have the back seat. Not that I would sit in the back
yeah,
seat,
yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway. And he had fishing poles
Okay. Yeah.
in the car, in the front.
Were they going out the little window?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
And he opens the door to let me in the truck. He did open the door for me. It's really nice. And I see the fishing poles and I'm like, oh, do you want to like put those in my garage? And then you can get them, when you drop me off. And he's like, no, I don't part with my fishing poles.
Plural.
You're gonna have to like straddle them.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually. And so then, so I convinced him, yeah, we're going to have to take those out. So I gave that guy
I can pick them up
chance.
tomorrow morning in the garage when I wake up in the morning.
No.
See, if I'm gonna stay, if they're gonna stay in your house,
I'm staying
I
too.
don't. Yeah.
I'm part with my pole.
He did
No.
not stay.
Okay.
But then I did let him have a second date, which was
Were the poles in the car the second day?
now I'm looking back and like, that was your red flag, Brittany. Yeah. No, but the second date, I was going to go to his house and he gives me.
I don't know like the quotes. Why does he have a
house? We were grown,
okay.
by the way, grown. Mm-hmm. And he gives me the address and I'm driving and it was in a neighboring town. And I knew that he was a teacher at a college in that town. I knew he had a job, you know, and good job. And I'm driving and I'm like, this address is taking me on campus.
He lived in a dorm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, it's not
that's
awesome. It's not awesome. I drive up to the dorm.
Did y'all go on his meal plan? Did y'all go and eat in the calf?
Because no.
Did he answer the door with like a painted A or whatever? He's like, we're going to the football game tonight.
I text my best friend. I'm like, you are not going to believe this.
I'm picking up the homework.
I'm in love.
I'm dating the
That's
RA.
where we're going.
The RA of the freshman dorm. Miss Wagner's walking in, doing the walk of shame to the dorm room.
So
terrible.
How long did you stay in the dorm room?
Like 5 minutes, because I opened the door. He opened the dorm room door.
Did they have a poster
his
of like,
entire living room was workout equipment.
well,
This story gets better. And then I was like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And then I did end it there, but I should have ended it with the fishing pole. Because because here was the red flag. Okay. If you have to put your fishing poles in the truck, guess what you don't have?
A garage or someplace else to put them.
Ding, ding, ding.
But he doesn't want to part from his poles.
I know.
So,
Mm-hmm.
There was a long stretch of time where I didn't date anyone because I didn't want to end up in that town. Like I just was like nose to the grindstone. I'm here for work. I don't want anything else. I do not want to be stuck here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That tells you how bad it was.
I had my dry spell was 2009 to 2017. No, 2018.
My dry spell. Well, I'm working on
singer-songwriter.
10 years.
See, that's
singer-songwriter.
Oh, there you go. I think for the addition. Well, because getting the name Rockstar because Lance gave me the nickname because what I always do, I never drank or smoked or everything. I would play my shows and go home.
You never
always.
hung around?
I never hung around. I have never.
If you hung around for 30, 45 minutes.
Well, I understand that. I have never in my life asked a girl out on a date.
I know.
Like a cold, like, hey, meet you at a bar and like, hey, we should hang out. Never in my life. Every girlfriend I've had.
As much as he's like this, he does not have the swagger to make that move across that 12 feet across the room.
Correct. Also, you find out that somebody said this is a great thing that my wife showed me apparently is a guy did a graph of all this stuff of there's nice guys that are afraid to talk to girls in bars because of rejection or something like that. The ones that approach you are peacocks because I get told no 15 times a night. What's wrong with 16? I have something to offer. So peacocks are obviously the ones
proof of that.
But that's everybody though, because somebody that's like, I don't care about being turned down. Like she says no, I'll go to her. Yeah. She says no, I'll go to her. Yeah. And so I've never all my girlfriends I've ever had have always been a friend of a group of friends that we start hanging out and it just slowly starts turning into a relationship. But it never once have I said, I went on a date with a girl one night, never talked to her again. Never had a one night stand in my life.
If you had one date, you
were the halo.
It's like
it's not a halo. It's just
first date. Yeah.
Yeah. First date.
Did you propose to your now wife, or did she or was she kind of like, come on?
We got. She gave me a little pep talk. Because we were older, and she was saying like, look, I like where this is going, but I am getting to the point where I'm geriatric for pregnancy and stuff like that. So if I want to.
They're gonna hand me a red folder.
Yeah, so. we got treated at the hospital. We're gonna take you in now. But so I was like, which is a good point. And I was like, so we met on Bumble.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I would never have asked her out.
I remember that now.
So this is the first person I didn't know from friends or from my past.
Yeah.
So that's what it took, is getting to.
Yes, and she had to talk to me first.
She talked to you first.
Yes.
Because it was Bumble.
Yes.
And that's what you do.
But
on Bumble.
she would always say the way I talked to her was, she said, you were so infuriating because she was dating guys, going Bumble dates on that. I said, like, look, this is the honest God truth. I've been on Bumble for a year, never went on a date with somebody. Never happened.
I believe you because
And I would
same.
have some matches and it would be creepy because some girl would like, hey, send me a picture of yourself and then I'll send you one of me. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I understand you want to see that this is actually what I look like. But she said that
that's when you plug your next gig.
I frustrated her. I didn't have many back then. I was frustrated her because I would always say, what are you getting into tonight? And she would say, I don't know. And then that's where I'd end it. Like,
You weren't ever like, hey, I'm going to be.
Oh, because that's why you ask what you're getting into, so
I need
that
to be
you
your
can
friend.
then.
I need to be.
Well, now you guys got it. He's married.
So what she did, she goes, I got so frustrated with you for like 2 or 3 weeks of that she said finally, like, look, I'm open for lunch on Friday. I got an hour for lunch from work. Do you want to meet for lunch? Or I got Sunday open Sunday afternoon. I said, well, I'm completely honest to her. I go, let's do Friday because I could not like you. You could not like me. We both have an out.
That's why I said like lunch dates.
Yeah, that's why I said so Sunday, if we're together and I'm annoying the hell out of you, you're stuck with me unless you're rude enough to go like, hey, I got to go. Well, I'll go with you. I got nothing to do.
Yes.
So we went to a lunch and it was awkward and everything because I've never done this before. So that was my first official ever date.
Wait, did you wear that?
I wore a collared shirt. It was after the round table one.
I know. That's why I'm just wondering.
We went
what you
to
wore,
an Asian restaurant in
You like
Wildwood.
Asian restaurants? No,
No.
that's the common trend here.
I have another story about that too.
Oh.
We went to an Asian restaurant and had lunch. She had like 45 minutes to an hour. And I did the awkward thing at the end. I just shook her hand. And that was it.
God bless Nancy.
Yeah.
God bless that woman for coaxing you out of just.
Yeah, it was because.
And she took him and his cat. And
and y'all are married, and it's the greatest
and got
story
a kid,
ever.
6-month-old.
Got a kid.
Yeah.
I know.
Got a kid out of it.
Yeah.
Boy.
Who would have thought? I know.
Not me. The last person would have thought this.
I
Would
know.
be,
That's awesome.
Maybe my parents too. You want a second question? You want to keep talking about dates?
I love it.
Second question: does J-Mo have a follow-up to that?
No. David in Silicaga asked, my fiance and I are going to Italy over Thanksgiving break because neither of us have been to Europe. It's a good time to go on Thanksgiving. They both have been wanting to go. We will be there during the Iron Bowl, and I'm a huge Auburn fan. Should I be able to take 3 or 4 hours out of our trip to watch the game?
Hell yes.
Is this insinuating that you're not coming with me?
Hell yes.
I mean, I was like, did I have those 3 hours by myself?
Have those 3 hours.
Oh,
is she not an Auburn fan?
Maybe she's not a football fan.
I mean, can I just save you the trouble, David?
If you're
going
going
to
to Italy, you need to be able to.
No need to watch the Auburn game when you're in Italy. I mean, let's all be honest.
David, watch the Iron.
We've got Carolina Williams.
You've got to tell her now.
Enjoy
this is a
Italy
in your life. Yes,
they're not going to win the game. It's fine.
Brittany.
Italy's not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. It'll still be there tomorrow.
It's not guaranteed. The Iron Bowl is going to be
This is
here
a
forever.
once-in-a-lifetime trip with your fiance. The Iron Bowl can wait.
But this is just 3 to 4 hours. This is just.
You and I are like the angel and the devil on his shoulder right here.
David, do the right thing.
Go to Olive Garden and call it a day. Watch it at the Olive Garden.
Take the pictures on the patio.
They're trained in Tuscany. It said on the commercials.
Can you even get the Iron? Like, how?
Oh, yeah.
I
you
guess
can find a bar
stream
over
it
there.
or whatever.
When we were in Costa Rica, I would watch March Madness. We'd find like bars that would have on.
But Italy's a different story because, my God,
you could go
they have
find
anything to do with football. Like,
no, but you can go find somebody.
Can you imagine going to a
David.
Italian restaurant going, hey, can you put
Or
on the Iron
stream
Bowl?
it. You can stream it somewhere.
On your phone.
Yeah.
No, David, no.
No.
Go to a vineyard and eat some cheese, drink some wine.
This final question, I am.
Are you scared?
Did Jim submit another?
Oh, Jim.
This is Justin.
Uh-oh.
My girlfriend and I have been dating for a little over a year, and she just recently brought up having a polyamorous relationship. Hold on. I'm not necessarily opposed, but I don't know how to feel about it. Do you know anyone who is currently in a polyamorous relationship that enjoys it / would recommend it?
I do, but I don't think they would want us to talk about it.
So polyamory.
What is polyamory?
Polyamory.
Like we talk about an open marriage.
Is that not polygamy? What's the difference?
No, it's not being married.
But I've seen other stuff because I had to look this up when I saw the question. Polyamory is also, I could be in a relationship with both of you and you both know it and you both live with me.
A throuple.
A throuple kind of thing. But I was always wondering if I say, Kelly, I think about ending it with Brittany, do you have a say in that too? Like, hey, I don't think, because you're in the relationship just as much as her and I are. Do you have a say if like, I think we need to lose Brittany? Would that be okay if I bring it up during dinner tonight that she's got to move out?
Here's the thing. I'm glad she brought it up because this is something y'all need to flesh out now.
Yeah.
Because if these two are unicorns and they're made for each other and this thing works, y'all have a great time. Probably not for everybody.
It seems like it would work for a couple years and or a little while, but like this is fun. Like you're seeming to be getting more
It's
than I
fun
am
till
getting.
somebody's getting
like you
it's
seem
fun
like
till it's not fun. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
it
No, I'm
is
just
not
saying-
fun.
If it's the right two people for this relationship, then
Which clearly he's not into it, or he wouldn't be submitting the question.
Well, he's asking for approval and asking.
Why does he need our approval? If
What
you
is it?
need our approval, you're not sure.
go ahead. Go to Italy. Have fun.
Wait, that's a different guy.
Brian
all
Payne
of
wants to know what the drink is this time. Oh God, that's a great
Pinot
question.
Noir.
It is
Pinot Noir.
unshackled Pinot Noir.
Brought to us by.
Look, I do
By
love the
next
label.
round cocktails.
Yes.
I love a good label. We talked about that last time.
Everybody loves a good label.
Yeah.
That's what Brian is. There,
Brian, where's Brian from?
Brian, where are you from?
He wants a good wine. That's
NH3425 asks, is there any coach or athlete you want to meet you haven't met yet?
Kosher athlete?
Yeah.
Max Fried.
All right. Why?
Because he's Jewish and I haven't met him. And he,
I like how the
he's
first one is
he's
he's
a
Jewish.
pitcher for the Braves. I thought you said kosher athlete, so I was like,
Coach.
Coach.
Oh, I thought you said
That you were so on fire that you were so quick to answer it.
You were
kosher. I heard kosher. Yes.
so sure of yourself.
But
I
she was
like,
lightning quick.
wow.
Max Fried.
Like you had
Oh,
it on
'cause
the,
I was like,
you had it on the tip of your tongue. Like
How
it was so quick.
I'm dying. How did you know that he was Jew? Do you study
because
this?
he, no,
She's a
because,
Braves fanatic.
because he does not pitch on Jewish high holidays. And they
Oh, everybody
talked
knows
about
that
it.
about the freedman.
Of course.
Oh,
So
I don't.
No, I thought when you said it was kosher.
Oh my
Let me
God.
rephrase the question.
I blame our celebrity bartender.
Because- sorry, I got so much-
Enunciate.
Is there a coach,
Thank you.
head coach, or
You're the one
athlete?
who's not even drinking.
Oh my God, I'm
Head
dying.
coach or athlete that you haven't met
You
that
said-
you would love to
You
have met?
said coach or player, and it ran right into kosher player.
Let me see. Yeah.
That was so great.
Oh, thank you,
coach
Kelly, for
or
that.
athlete?
Would you,
Is
is
it
Max
still
Fried?
him?
Is it still Max Fried?
I'm sticking with my answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Max Fried.
Good old kosher athlete.
Next.
I mean, I have a bunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would love to. Tom Brady. I just think he's fascinating. I don't know.
Yeah.
He'd have a good. His past 2 weeks, he does some good
He's
stories
so
for you.
boring.
I mean, maybe he's boring, but maybe he's boring, fascinating. I don't know. I mean, I would almost like to sit down with Mike Leach because I think we could get in a really good argument.
Did you catch the
Yeah,
that they, oh my gosh, where he coughed
He
for a good 35 minutes.
he talks a lot. He can talk your ear off. I have a story about him. We used to have him on the show, and I would call him. One day I called him and said, "Coach, we still have some time for us." He's like, "Yeah, I still have some time for you." And I said, "Okay, we got about a minute left this commercial break. I'm going to put you on hold." And he goes like, "Well, how long did you say the commercial is?" I was like, "It's about a minute." He's like, "Well, just stay on the phone with me.
Just talk.
Just stay on the phone. I don't want to stay on hold." And so it's like,
God, he's lonely.
"So how have you been?" "Oh, it's been good. How have things over there been?" Like it's just for a minute, just doing small.
Pirates and blueberries.
Yeah. You got to do small talk for 45 seconds
see.
now, which is super awkward. But
No.
But
I
he
don't
was-
know.
he'd be interesting.
There's
He
a
would-
lot of coaches. I don't know.
okay,
He's interesting.
A lot of athletes.
No, I mean, yeah, I enjoy talking to because they are a different animal. If you've made it to that high of a level, like you said, even Tom Brady,
Yeah.
I would sit next to him on a
Serena
flight.
Williams.
Not cross country, but maybe Atlanta. to
what are you
Birmingham.
going to talk to Tom Brady about on a flight?
Atlanta to Birmingham. That's what I mean. I could do maybe 20 minutes of talking to him, and then
I think he's more interesting.
he'd be sitting there
than
eating
he lets
celery.
on.
Don't you think he's really good looking though too?
Yeah,
Okay,
but I think
I
he's
don't
more
see it.
interesting than he lets on.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he has opinions.
do you think Giselle's going to move on to Pete Davidson because that's the natural selection?
Oh my god.
He's
I don't get
what is
that.
attractive
What
about
is
him?
I don't know. He's
attractive
not
about
funny.
him?
he's not funny.
He's not attractive.
But
I don't-
the girls that age, like
I guess he's
22
so cute. He's so ugly. He's cute.
he looks like Beetlejuice.
I mean, I don't know.
He's not cute.
Well, Max Fried, L'Haim.
Best
Well,
kosher athlete. He is the
Best kosher athlete.
I'm
never
we're
gonna
gonna go
forget
back
that.
on the tape and listen to that,
Ever.
and you're gonna be like, best.
that's
So-
one
And I'm
that
like,
I-
kosher?
yeah.
Huh, that's an interesting question.
that's awesome. Michael Beals, Brittany, for you, are there any athletes that you keep up with since the show?
Yeah, absolutely. I keep up with a lot of them. I mean, I don't talk like to them regularly every day
I'm
or
sure
anything because they've
social
moved
media makes it
on.
easier,
But
like,
I keep
yeah.
up with them on social media. There's a few with the USFL helped because I had several that were here playing for the USFL.
Eating at your house.
They would come over for Monday night dinners. Yeah, I mean, even the ones that aren't athletes, like I have several that are coaches now. Like Bo Wallace is a coach at junior college. Marcel Andry, who was on the show, is a coach at the same junior college with Bo. So I have some that are doctors. You know, you follow them and and like, I don't know, it's fun to keep
Some of
up
them are
with them.
doctors?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good job.
Like, get after it. Like, even kosher athletes?
No kosher athletes. I don't think we
kosher
had
doctors?
any kosher
diets. Who
people
knows?
in
I mean,
scuba.
we could go.
Brooke Stevens wants to know, have you watched You on Netflix?
Have I watched me?
Wow.
Oh, the show You.
Have
I read
you
the
watched-
book.
Oh, I have not watched
I read
that
the book.
show.
Such a
I've
disturbing.
heard about it, but I have not watched it. Is
So
that
they're probably going on season 4. Do you still?
How
read
do they
the
have season? The book ends with him.
All it does is taking success, and then like we got to take creative.
Got to keep killing people.
Yeah, he's a stalker kind of guy that finds girls that you're only going to be with me, and I kill your boyfriends, your ex-boyfriends,
And I eventually kill you.
I'm very possessive.
why is this guy asking about that show?
He's just asking, have you seen it? I don't know.
Oh,
I just read the book and I was like, well, there's no need to see the show.
I have not.
It started on Lifetime,
I heard that.
and then Lifetime gave it to Netflix, and Netflix kind of hardcored it up a little bit, put a little sexual.
Somebody told me like Netflix doesn't own a camera. They just kind of stalk and find other little.
They
production
pluck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pluck.
Mhm.
Well, they do own a camera.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Proof of that. But
Yes.
but they do pluck. I am currently watching the Theranos. The what's it
I
called?
listened to that
Elizabeth
podcast.
Holmes.
Yeah.
I'm watching that show right now. I just finished Dope Sick, and then I just went from one
Dope Sick I couldn't do.
screwed up show to another, and so now I'm watching.
Do you like the way she
Theranos.
talks? Like
What is that, and why was that her tactic?
she was obsessed with Steve Jobs.
Yeah. The black turtlenecks.
And so she would wear the same thing. She was
Is she trying to talk like him?
Well, I think it may. I don't know why, but people said that's not. We went to school with Elizabeth. She did not talk like. She did not like this Theranos.
She's like,
She would be really
It
deep.
was like this really
And
deep,
that's
like
having
voice like this.
mental issue, families connected, ability to get money, and you are living in a whole fantasy diabolical world.
And they have one great idea, but to start lying about it, to market about it, and everything, and then like, guys, we have like Warren Buffett has invested in
Millions.
this, and we need to come up with something soon because we got Walgreens has signed up. They're going to
Yeah.
have our product. We got to have a product. We have right now. We have an idea. We don't have the product.
And the science. We don't have science or technology
yeah,
behind the
We have the
idea.
Clintons have invested in it. So we got to start
George
getting.
Schultz, wasn't it?
I just said Warren
Yeah.
Buffett was one of the biggest
Schultz.
ones.
Yeah.
She was one of the original investors. That's where I'm not to the Warren Buffett part of the show yet. I'm still watching it.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I have great ideas, but I don't have anybody who has money.
No, yeah.
That's why you go on Shark Tank.
Oh, I have so many. Hey, sharks, listen. Isn't
That's
it
another
pain
thing.
When you get a Ziploc bag out that it's already closed, you need it open. So sharks, if you give me $5 million, we're going to have open Ziploc bags.
Kelly, how much? What's your overhead? How much have you sold right now of your Ziploc bags?
I've got some in the drawer in my house.
Well,
Kelly,
this is-
why don't you just go to Ziploc and ask them to create a machine that doesn't close?
Yeah,
I'm
what's
sure for like a hygienic purpose, there's it, but it's like when I was having to do something for church and open 200
Open all
Ziploc
the
bags, and I'm like, why do they come sealed? You need them open.
Sure.
Like you're doing this with a raw chicken breast, and you don't want to like use that, and you're
salmonella?
yeah, and you don't want to counter it. So if it was open, you could just there you go.
What's your Shark Tank invention?
Hey sharks,
If you're like me, go ahead, do my
caffeinated
presentation.
orange juice.
Oh God,
no.
If they can put
gross.
caffeine in water, they can put caffeine in orange
I
juice.
need
It's
like
Minute Maid.
I need
that
like
was Sunkissed.
the workout I can do, like I can do this workout and all of a sudden I have a six pack. Like I do it like 3
600
times.
abs.
No. What about 5-minute
5
abs?
abs.
5-minute
That's
abs.
like-
No, you can't do 5-minute abs.
Like bringing Brie when
Like
you're
my own
clearly good at
personal
something.
lipo machine. I just have my own machine. I stick myself with it. I pull the fat out and I'm good.
Mine would be if I gave you a program that had like you uploaded, you scanned your body and everything, and I said if you did this, maintain this diet and this exercise for 6 months, this is an 85% chance of what your body will look like if you stick to this diet.
What happens about the other
yeah.
15%?
I'm just saying you got to have some room for error. But I'm
yeah.
saying like, so there's a chance that like, if I said every time I go on a diet, I can't ever get 6-pack or all that stuff. But they say they have your body, you like the doctor's thing, and it's just like this is what you will look like potentially if you just stick to it to a T. This diet and this exercise. Would you invest in something like that?
Well, I think they already have that.
What's the
Like,
price
don't you
point?
get the little?
200 units at CVS in 6 states.
I like it. I also have mykidsaquitter.com.
Okay.
And mykidsaquitter.com is for every family that has ever had the son who wanted to take karate because he thought he'd be a lethal weapon, but a month later, kid doesn't want to go to class and they're stuck with the karate uniform. We take gently used items because your kid quit the sport or activity. Boy Scout uniform. It's on shelf 7, unit 3. All I have is like a locker, and I just give you the code to it, and you can go get the lacrosse stick, the baseball bat, the Boy Scout uniform, karate.
It's like sponsored a child, but it's got your picture of the kid this is the kid who quit.
Mykidsaquitter.com.
It works for me because in kindergarten I was going to be the next Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I went to karate class.
For how many times?
Got the gi. That's whatever the gi. You start with a white belt. I didn't know how to tie. I wore Velcro shoes. So, and I also wore no undershirt under my gi. So my belt.
You also weren't bathing too.
Yes,
it was a little
we're
sticky.
doing stretches. We're doing pre-stretches, and my belt's unlooped because I never tied it, and so you see my bare chest. And so the sensei came up to me and said, "Tie your tie, or you're gonna have to break a wood board with your hand." Like just being like, "Oh, we're gonna break a wood board with your hand." And so the class like laughed at me.
I choose the wood board.
So I just started like.
Oh, yeah. Just spaghetti noodling.
And then like that, and it's like that's not tied, and I just do it again. And so the point, mom picked me up. I quit karate tonight. Cried, and I was like, I'm not doing it. So one and done. So I was like, because I was embarrassed for the whole class, because I was like, tie your tie, and he would not leave me alone about it, and I didn't know how to tie.
So then your parents were stuck with a gently used karate uniform.
Oh, but I
used to therapy about that.
He's still talking about it.
I have been to therapy. I've been to therapy.
Because I can relate. Because I feel like there's students.
I've done male and female.
I'm just curious.
Polyamorous.
Did you ask her, or did she ask you if you were interested in becoming a client of hers?
I've done therapy and psychiatry. I've done it all. I've done
shock therapy.
All of it. Yes, I've medicated. I got a mind that doesn't stop. Brittany, we've been drinking Unshackled.
It's good.
Pinot Noir from Next Round Cocktails, a line of crowd-pleasing cocktails made with real fruit juice and premium wines and stylishly packaged in convenient formats to simplify the
Go well with turkey.
Yeah.
And a flower
And lovely
from
flowers
Blakelee's
from
Bouquets.
Bouquets.
I think we're going to wrap, ladies.
We're wrapping?
Yeah, I think.
I finished and we're wrapping.
Yeah, Kelly Chug.
I'm sad. No, I'll do that off camera.
That's not the problem.
Okay.
And we got the cornucopia.
Yes.
From Blakelee's Bouquets.
Beautiful.
I know. This was great. Thank you, Rockstar, for joining us. I texted Lance this morning saying who is going to be our
Did you do an audible sigh?
No,
when
I said who is pulling this shift, and then he said, "Is Rockstar okay?" And I will show. I said, "Yeah, that's good."
Is Rockstar okay? What if you said no?
No, I said, "Yeah, that's good!" Exclamation point.
Well,
because
thank
you were like the little brother I've never had.
Am I the kosher little brother you've ever had?
I don't know. I've never checked. So
that was one of the best lines I've ever seen.
That was really good.
The accidental ones are always the best. For Brittany and Kelly, I am Rockstar. Thank you for tuning in to Next Round Cocktails. See you next week with the host. I don't know who it is going to be.
No, we're not at Thanksgiving yet. I was going to say special Thanksgiving, but that's still 2 weeks away.
2 weeks.
What she said.
Yep.
Bye. See ya.